and hire more people. As a governor, suspending our state fuel tax, getting our spending under control, having a surplus, and then returning a chunk of that surplus right back to the people of Alaska. It's their money. They know how to spend it better than government can spend it for them. You cannot afford increased taxes, not at a time like this. And Senator Obama, he voted 94 times for higher taxes, even on hardworking middle-class individuals making $42,000 a year. And now he wants to increase government spending too. His proposal to grow government by nearly $1 trillion more without an explanation of where those dollars will come from. You deserve to know where that money will come from to spend on those increased proposals that he's telling you about. You deserve to know. John McCain and I will also set this country firmly on a course of energy independence. And we're going to develop new energy sources. We're going to better the ways of using the old resources also. Clean coal alone will create many thousands of new jobs here. Clean coal technology creating the jobs here where they're needed most. Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia. There's more coal in this free country than there is oil in Saudi Arabia. Now, despite Joe Biden saying, nah, there's no such thing as clean coal. No, whether he approves it or not, we're going to develop clean coal technology in America, and that will create jobs for more of all of you. Safely drill for the billions of barrels of oil that we have underground. And that does mean drill here, drill now, for the sake of our nation's security and for our... It is for our nation's security and for our prosperity. We need American energy resources brought to you by American ingenuity and produced by American workers. So I can't wait to join John in leading us to that energy independence. And John and I also, we've talked about another mission that he'd like me to focus on. It would be my honor. It's one close to my heart, and that is to help families with children of special needs. Pennsylvania's own governors, the great Robert Casey, he was asked how society should treat the most vulnerable among us, such as children with special needs. And he said, it's simple. You put them first in line. Governor Casey understood that these children can inspire a special love, and that is that love that America and this world needs more of. They're a priority, and we need to show them the good heart of America. As governor, I've secured more funding for students with special needs, and as vice president, yes, I'm going to make sure these families have a friend and an advocate in the White House. Something else that we haven't talked a lot about yet in the campaign, but I think it's important. It's as governor, what I've been able to do is kind of manifest my commitment to life in the same spirit. Of the culture of life. John McCain and I, we believe in the goodness and the potential of every human life. Now, that innocent life, I believe that the truest measure of any society is how it treats those who are least able to defend and to speak for themselves. And who is more vulnerable or more innocent than a child? Would have special needs. To be honest with you, I had to pray that my heart would be prepared for the challenges to come. It was a shock. I wasn't ready for this. I had to ask for that strength. And at first I was very scared. And Todd and I, we did have to ask for that strength and understanding. But let me tell you a few things that I've learned already. Yes, every innocent life does matter, and everyone belongs in the circle of protection, and every child has something to contribute to our world if we give them that chance. Now, there are the world's standards of perfection, and then there are God's standards, and these are the final measure. And dear to him for their own sake. And as for our beautiful baby boy, for Todd and for me, he is only more precious because he is vulnerable. And in some ways, you know, I think that we stand to learn more from him than he does from us. When we care for him, we don't feel scared anymore. We feel blessed. It's hard to think of many issues that could possibly be more important than who is protected in law and who isn't. Who is granted life and who is denied it. So when our opponent speaks about questions of life, I listen very carefully. And I love that sound, and please let that baby keep on crying. Not crying, just giggling. So, I listened when our opponent defended his unconditional support for unlimited abortions. And he said, shouldn't have to be, quote, punished with a baby. Ladies and gentlemen, he said that right here in Johnstown, punished with a baby. It's about time that we called him on it. I think it's just important to understand why, how, why. The more that I hear from Senator Obama, the more I understand now why he is so vague and evasive on the subject. Americans need to see his record for what it is, and please, it is not negative, it is not mean-spirited to talk about his record. There are facts that you need to know. And Senator Obama has voted against bills to end partial birth abortion. In the Illinois Senate, it was thankfully a bipartisan majority that passed legislation against that practice. Senator Obama opposed that bill. He voted against it in committee and then voted present on the Senate floor. And in that legislature, just so you know, present is how you vote when you're small business inventory taxes.